I'm glad you said what you said, because we don't even learn about the drug dealer the right way, or the athlete.
Right.
Because the real drug dealer doesn't stand on the corner. He puts his product in the Walgreens.
That's a fact.
Am I lying?
That is a fact.
Or they put it in our food.
That is a fact.
Or they put it in a book and call it education.
That's a fact.
Because we're stuck on stupid that way.
That is so true.
And the real athlete doesn't play a game on the court or on the field. The real athlete is the guy who's playing men against men.
Right.
And then they make money off of our blood, sweat, tears, and injuries.
That's a fact.
The most, like I said, rich people education.
Right.
You ever saw the movie Blood and Bone?
Yes, I have.
Do you remember the most powerful fight in that movie? What do you think was the most powerful fight?
Michael Jai White just looked so good throughout that whole movie. I really can't say what the most powerful fight, but it might be the intro when he fought Kimbo Slice in the beginning. Well, when he fought the bunch of them.
The most powerful fight in that movie had no action scenes.
That's heavy.
The most powerful fight in that movie is when the head guy of the fighting circuit went against his lieutenant. And he told him he wanted to be equal shares because he had a bone on his side.
Right.
And he says, do you let your dog sit at the table to eat with you? So why would I let you be a partner in what I build?
Right. That's heavy.
That fight is the fight hip hop fights all the time.
Right.
Now let's go back into history.
Okay.
You went to school like I did.
Right.
You watched TV like I did.
Correct.
What was Little Red Riding Hood about? If you had to think about that story, what was the point of that story?
Yeah, I honestly, bro, I couldn't even tell you the real point of that horror story, man. That was a horror story, but I couldn't tell you the point.
You're one of the smartest men I met because you realized it was a horror story.
Oh, absolutely.
And that story was about cannibalism, and the punishment is death.
Wow.
That's how rich people taught their kids. That was entertainment.
Wow.
So while we were in school writing, wanting to be the drug dealer on the corner,
right,
or the athlete on the court or field, they taught their kids by playing Monopoly.
Right.
Because they taught their kids how to buy,
right,
how to sell,
right,
how to flip commerce.
Right.
But all we did was learn how to be entertainment and consume without producing.
I'm gonna have to interject there. I mean, what you're saying is very true, but we have to understand why that is. So I know people get tired of hearing about slavery, you dig? But when we came out of slavery, you do understand they just put us out here like, yo, go figure it out. Go figure it out, like you got nothing. So we sharecropping, you know? From there, we built communities. I don't know if people are aware of. They only know about Tulsa, Black Wall Street. They don't know it's been hundreds of communities that was destroyed. Now check this out now. Let's check this out.
Let's talk about
Peep game.
So this goes into your run.
All right, now peep game, right? So I'm a slave. I come out of slavery within, say, 30, 40 years, my child now, 30, 40 years old, is part of a community of doctors and lawyers and business owners, and they have this community. I taught my child this, 30 years old, my child is doing this. They destroy the community. My grandchildren now have to start over. So what good is that monopoly board now? We ain't got no community, man. We gotta start all over. So now peep game. They do this, right? They do this is the 20s and all that. Then we start building it. We start building it back up, and this I'm jumping generations. We start building it back up. We got civil rights, bro. We teaching our children through civil rights the importance of being who and what we are. They kill off our leaders. They destroy what we create, and then we start all over. We start all over again. So you like they still from fresh off the boat. Compact education. So they off the boat, you learn 1 + 1 is 2. You already know that. Now I could teach you 2 × 2 is 4. And the education keeps growing. We gotta keep starting over all the way up to they inject the hoods with drugs and guns. So every time we build something that we can stand on, a foundation, it's destroyed intentionally destroyed. I don't know if y'all know about it, but now they got proof of hundreds of black communities that are now literally underwater. They created man-made lakes and drowned the schools, the church, all that is underwater. So we have to start all over. So based off us constantly tripping up and starting all over, man, you gotta love who you are and salute where you at. And I'm gonna tell you like this, bro, we can't lose. We can get pushed back a little bit. We can't lose, I'm telling you, man.
I once lost money in a poker game.
Exactly.
The poker game is life.
The poker game of life.
But the thing is, in a poker game, you can always get up and leave the table.
Facts.
In life, you don't leave life, you just leave the position that you're in. The one thing about that song that stands out is, even though life has the opportunity to knock you down,
right,
you always have the ability to get back up.
Absolutely.
We constantly start over because we're not learning the game. We're learning how to operate through the game.
Right.
And it's the people who learn the game that really have the advantage. That's why I say the street dude is one of the most articulate and smartest people in the world.
Right.
Because if you could take something from nothing and make something, even God said if you use that talent the right way, I'll make you diligent over much.
Absolutely.
Now that you use your eloquence, your smart intelligence, your knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and insight through your music, what are you teaching the listener so that not only they can relate to your music, but they can walk with you through the journey in your music?
I can't honestly say that I'm teaching anybody anything. All I'm being is transparent, and hopefully, you see, this is what I think intelligence is.
Okay.
I believe intelligence is the ability to grasp and hold information, not how much you know, but the ability to learn. We learn something every day. An intelligent person, I don't care if I just learned on that street, there's a bump in the road. I didn't know that yesterday. An intelligent person realized that they can learn from anything, anybody, anywhere, at any time. So in my music, I would hope that you would listen to it and say, well, damn, Black said this, and I'm authentic. You can check my resume. You can see I'm not just telling you anything. So based off that history of being authentic, you can now listen to my music and say, well, he said this, I believe it. I can capitalize off that, or I can avoid that. But if you're unintelligent, you don't have the ability to learn. We call that hard-headed. Your head is hard. Nothing won't enter it. So if I tell you, bruh, don't go around that corner this time of day, whatever, or night, stick-up kids is out. You hard-headed, you want to prove you hard, you get robbed. Somebody else is smart, like, I'm not gonna go that way. I took in that information and I applied it to my life. So I would hope that in my music, any valuable information you get, you're intelligent enough to apply it to your life for a positive reason.
That's why you're a teacher.
Okay.
Because teaching doesn't come with a book.
That's a fact.
Teaching comes with words.
That's a fact.
So that's why anybody can be taught and everybody has a right to be learned.
That's a fact.
What does it take to make somebody a genius? Is it a book? No.
I don't know. What?
Time.
Okay.
Time is relative. So if you do something for 10,000 hours that makes you an expert and a genius,
yeah, that's what I'm heard. That's what I'm told.
Then that's an intelligence that a book can't give you.
That's a fact.
Now your songs give a person intelligence that another person can't give.
Right.
Because that intelligence comes from only from your experience, but the way that you can articulate what it is that you see or what it is that it is. I mean, come on, you have a song called It Is What It Is.
Yeah, that's right.
So
right.
The only way it can be what it is through tangible experience to give another person the word.
Absolutely.
So then let me ask you this, because you said it comes from person being able to retain. Some people, like we say, young men, always have to get our hands dirty to understand.
Right.
So why are you telling the game, and the people in the game, they'll go around the corner, there's a hole there, but they're still going around the corner to see if the hole is deep or if it's deep enough, because they go over the hole themselves.
Right. Well, that's the reason is I feel like my children, my younger siblings, this is why I call myself Big Brother, because y'all my little sister and brethren. I feel like y'all should stand on my shoulders, you dig me? I mean, if I rent it, my kids shouldn't have to rent. They should understand ownership. It took me 30 plus years before I realized ownership. So my children should learn that quick. You understand? And they kids should learn it even quicker. Compound learning. What happens is, at this point, if they destroy everything I've built, now my children have to start all over. It's not compound, they starting from where I started instead of starting from where I left off. So the whole point of it is, I'm giving you what I'm giving you in my life, hoping that you'll already know. Like, why would you go around the corner to find out how deep or how big the hole is when there's a way that's smooth? I'm telling you, it's a way. So I went in the hole, I got out, and I found a smoother way. Why would you take the time to go through what I went through when I'm giving you a direct, easier way if you want to get to where I'm at? If you want to get to where I'm at in life, not like I'm nothing crazy or whatever, but in anything. And I know I'm long with it and I'm repetitive, but it's just like if you see somebody in the gym and they working out and they built right, but they got mad injuries, they did a lot of things wrong, and they see you working out and they tell you, yo, your form is off, take this protein, do the things that I had to learn from experience, take my experience as your own, and you can get to where I'm at faster. If you're intelligent, you'll take that information, you'll apply it to your life. If you're hard-headed or you're unintelligent, then you're gonna go the same way that person went, go through the same trials and tribulations. If you can get through, and Celebration, shout out $, Mount, that's his album, Trials, Tribulations, and Celebrations. But you're gonna go through the same thing, and you're gonna prolong your arrival to whatever you're trying to get to. So, in short, I'd like to say the reason that I put my heart, soul, and experiences in my music is to hope that younger generation can take that and jump past what I went through, and older generation could look back and be like, we taught him well. He picked up on this game and he's passing it down. So we don't have to keep starting over from the beginning.
Thank you for watching our presentation. We ask that you subscribe to our YouTube family and hit the notification bell for updates. Please like, comment, and share this video.